Oh, you love this. I've even written here,
No.
Mason,
Yes.
do you love the Tron franchise?
I like how you had to put my name in there, just like maybe you'll forget.
I'll forget. Do you love the Tron franchise?
Do people know that sometimes you call me Claire and Claire Mason?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Mason.
Yes.
Or Claire, do you love the Tron franchise?
I mean, I guess, but I suspect my love for Tron is going to decline very rapidly.
You love Tron Legacy?
I do love Tron Legacy. I think
Yeah.
it's really good. And it's held up too, like special effects wise. And that's, of
and
course,
the soundtrack and et cetera.
yeah, I mean, with the exception of the de-aged Jeff Bridges, which hasn't held up that well.
But he's in a digital world, et cetera.
Right, but there's
a bit at the start where he's
there's
not
a bit
in
at
the
the start where he's
digital
not in the digital world. They should have just do a little re-edit where he's in shadow or something.
Yeah.
Anyway. Look, it's still held up because they've built this incredible world.
Yeah.
And I think the soundtrack is the best thing Daft Punk has ever done.
Yep.
And they had a person whose name I forget who helped with the composing of that.
Yeah. Also the director of Top Gun Maverick.
Yes. I didn't even know that until
incredible.
maybe this week.
Yeah.
And he was on track to make
Tron 3.
Tron 3.
It was going to be like Cillian Murphy was going to be the villain.
because he's uncredited in Tron Legacy, yeah.
And a whole bunch of other stuff was going to happen.
They were going to bring back Dillinger and the Master Control Program from the first movie.
Is that the big face in the tube, the big Zordon face? It's like, no, don't leave Tron alone.
Yeah, that's
Or
the
help
one.
Tron. I can't remember.
Don't help Tron. I'm so confused. I've only got 64 kilobytes of memory. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Don't pull out any floppy disks. I think one of them's my heart. Mason.
Now I'm going to destroy the world. There's a pause. Please turn tape over. I can't destroy the world unless you turn the tape over, please.
Now, Mason, I also distinctly remember you saying that you believe that a third Tron movie would be amazing even if it starred anybody and had any director.
I didn't say any of these things. I said I heard they were going to reboot.
This is via Deadline.
This isn't a sequel also, as far as I know, based on, unless you have new information there, the last time I heard about a sequel to Tron happening, it was like, we're going to reboot this again.
It seems
because
that
it's
way,
been
yeah.
too long, despite the fact that there was like 27 years between Tron and Tron Legacy. Also, I don't think it did well. I don't know.
No, it didn't. Anyway, so
But it's on Disney Plus, folks.
it is. You should watch it.
Yeah.
But not the first one. Oh, maybe. It's pretty fun. It's not great, though, is it? It kind of sucks. Anyways, Mason, Tron Ares is in the works from Disney, starring Jared Leto, directed by Joaquin Ronning. Now, you might be like, oh, Jared Leto sucks.
But maybe Joaquin Ronnings.
And I think it's possible, but these are the movies that maybe he's great, but these are the movies he's worked on. A Maleficent Mistress of Evil, which might be the second one.
Okay, great.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, which was the last one, which I didn't like either of those movies. And also Daft Punk has retired. That's not to say that this director couldn't do
Again, their
something
helmets
with
filled
this.
up with red wine residue and cigarette ash. They just couldn't do it anymore.
I understand that.
It was like drowning really slowly in a very French way.
I fucking hate this. I'm not even a big Tron guy.
I'm not even sure they'll keep the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Maybe they will because that's the only thing nailing all these together.
I think what that last one did so well was that it updated the aesthetic. It's a beautiful movie, and you'd think being a neon nightmare that it would be very unpleasant to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's a beautiful looking movie. Garrett Hedlund, Olivia Wilde, etc. and so forth. Yeah, I don't know, man.
What's his face? The guy.
The big face. Don't flip
Michael
over the
Sheen
floppy
is in
disk.
it.
He is too. He's like a David Bowie kind of dude.
Yeah.
He's booping and bopping.
I've got a computer nightclub, he says.
Throw the discs at each other.
Turn the tape over, please.
Turn the tape
if you want
over.
to keep dancing, you've got to turn the tape over.
Anyway, but Mason,
Yes.
anything can be good.
Anything can be good, and we don't like.
It's more the reboot Jared Leto thing than anything else that bothers me. More so than the director.
I mean, Blade Runner 2049 was good, and he was in that.
I agree.
Does this
I mean,
say-
barely.
No, I know.
He's not
but
the lead in it.
Well, is he the lead in this?
Yes.
Do you know that for sure?
I don't know for sure, but he's the only name on it. So
Right.
I would say,
I mean,
yes.
maybe it's largely unknown casty Garrett Hedlunds, etc.
Yeah.
And then Leto is the master control programmer. He's the guy in the back. He's the Wizard of Oz in the background. Or
great.
whatever.
I mean, that would be slightly better.
It would, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
If we can get a change.org petition going on or something.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like probably at the last minute they're going to, if they even make this, they're going to shoot some extra stuff at the end where you see Olivia Wilde and Garrett, whatever his name is, at the end.
I said it 2 seconds ago.
Hedlund.
It's Garrett Hedlund. Thank you.
Hedlund. Because I feel like then people who liked the last one will be like, oh yeah. the same universe.
Yeah.
But it's not enough if that's what they're doing, which I don't know.
This must have had something to do with Garrett Hedlund.
He said mustard. This mustard. This mustard.
This mustard is Garrett Hedlund's signature mustard. He must have been here. Let's find him, boys.
Let's trailers ahoy, Mason. Here comes the good ship trailer.
I was just going to say, though, what do you think Ares is
Ares is god of war?
Yeah, so what's...
Is that right?
Here's a question.
Depending on which
Here's the
version?
thought that I had. What if it's a Tron War Games crossover? Remember War Games?
I
from the
didn't like
80s?
war games.
Well, too bad. It was
Yeah.
a thing that happened, and now we're going to get a new one.
Great.
But yeah, the God of War, I wonder if this is, the computer gains self-awareness and wants to activate all the world's
to
nuclear
play God
warheads.
of War.
Wants to play God of War.
Yeah. Trailers ahoy, Mason? I'm not sure if you've seen this one because I didn't ask, but did you watch the trailer for Scream 6?
No.
Looks sick as hell, man.
But the controversial element that I'm aware of
Yeah.
is that apparently Ghostface uses a shotgun in this.
Yep.
Whereas, he's a knife guy, apparently. But didn't he kill a guy with a garage door in that first
Yeah,
one?
he uses whatever. And in the first movie, when not to spoil it, but when Ghostfaces are unmasked, they're waving a gun around the kitchen, if you remember
Yeah.
correctly.
I do remember.
I think this looks terrific, and I like this kind of this more savage Ghostface, the New York setting. I like all the cast members from the last. I really like that last Scream movie. Did you watch it?
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I think I got it ready to go.
you should watch them through. And it's got some Hayden, what's her name?
Christensen.
No, she's
Panettiere.
from Yes, she's back. She's from number 4.
Heroes.
From Heroes, and a bunch of other stuff going on here.
Speaking about pieces of entertainment that had no cultural impact.
Sure.
Remember Heroes?
I do. Do you remember Heroes Reborn?
No.
Zachary Levi was in it.
Oh, nice.
I think it was called Heroes Reborn. They rebooted it, but it was in 2016 where people were like, "We have movies now. We don't want this."
we have people flying through the skies and shooting lasers at each other. We don't need people who are a bit strong, you know?
2015 to 2016. There you go. Anyway, just quickly back to Scream. There's talk of maybe because Neve Campbell's not in it, and apparently it's because of a pay dispute. She's like, well, look, if I was a male lead in this huge franchise, you'd pay me a lot of money to come back, which is true, I feel. Yeah. But then
instead, you're feeding cash into the Ghostface mask. It's just falling through. It's just sitting on a shelf, and you keep just.
What are you doing?
It's not a vending machine.
What do you think's going to happen? Some people are saying that that's a fake out. And that she's actually going to either be in it or be Ghostface. Right? Which I think would be weird if she's like, women aren't paid enough in Hollywood. Just kidding, I'm in the movie.
Yeah, this is a real... It was like when...
I mean, it's possible.
Was it when Vin Diesel and The Rock had that dispute and we were like, this is probably an
probably
issue for... this is probably a fake thing that they're just playing it up wrestling style for the cameras or whatever. And then one of them was like, I hate your kids and your wife. They're bad. I hate them. You're a bad dad, I think. And we're like, oh, this is probably not fake.
Real?
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it's one of the killers from the first movie who's back, whose fate is apparently sealed, but I think is back. Because there's you haven't seen the trailer, but there's they've got a hall of ghost faces.
Oh,
it's like Batman's.
I saw that. No, I saw the still for that.
Batman's dead Robin room. But it's for all the ghost faces and all the victims.
Okay, well, let's say minus spoilers for the first Scream movie.
Yeah.
Because it's the only one I've seen.
Yeah, sure.
Starting now. So the killers were revealed to be
Billy
and Scooby,
Shaggy
Doo.
Yeah. We will talk about Velma later.
So you think one of them is still alive? Because did they both die at the
end
end of the film?
The boyfriend got shot through the head, Skeet Ulrich, though he did reappear in the last movie. Not to say how.
Okay.
And
Hologram,
yep.
Hologram performing at the Grammys.
Hey, everybody. I'm the killer from First Scream. Thanks for bringing me back. Oh, look, it's Tupac. We're dancing together. And Matthew Lillard got a TV dropped on his face.
So he's not necessarily dead.
No, and here's the thing. For Scream 3, he was initially going to come back and be the one orchestrating all the murders from prison.
Right.
And then Columbine happened, so they changed it. He was also paid for that movie. They paid him for his role that he didn't end up doing.
Terrific.
But
Love that.
the official line from, I think, Kevin Williamson, who is in charge of all of these, is he's dead.
Right.
But it's just not true.
Yeah.
And if he's not in this one, he will be down the line.
Yeah, right.
Anyways.
Okay. Or it could be what was the reveal of Spiral?
Spyro the dragon.
No, not
he was
Spiral.
a dragon.
No.
Oh, Spiral.
from the Book of Saw.
Okay, we're going to there's a new Saw movie this year, by the way.
What?
Yeah, Jigsaw's back. For real, they got him back.
That's great.
He died like 15 movies ago. But
who was the villain of Spiral? It was a cop who was
oh God, what was it? He was from The Handmaid's Tale. He had a fake family.
Yeah, right.
Maybe some corruption killed his father or something.
Yeah.
Or he wasn't Jigsaw's son, was he?
No, I don't think so. I think some corruption killed his family, but then Chris Rock was the only one that saved him or something.
And Chris Rock's father was Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've nailed this.
If you want to see a movie where Chris Rock is just at 11 the entire time, that's the movie for you.
Where he's like, because he was as I understand, he was such a huge fan of the Saw franchise, and he's like, let's go, let's do another one. And everybody around him's just like, yeah, let's run it.
It's clearly trying to be like Seven, but it's just a Saw movie.
Yeah. But anyway, I was going to say, or could the Hall of Ghostface person, could he just be a big fan of serial
Absolutely.
killing?
Well, that's often what it is as well.
Yeah.
It's often somebody who's linked to one of the protagonists and the other one's just a big fan they found on the internet.
Yeah.
There's often two.
Yeah,
it's
right.
more often than not there's two. So it's probably two. Okay. But I still think this one seems to be faster and more dangerous, and I think that's because it's a more experienced killer, which is why I think it's the previous one. But we'll see. Okay. Anyways, Invincible 2 got a trailer, sort of. Invincible Season 2, I should say.
Pretty meta.
But they were like, when's Invincible coming back? Wink, I'm in the show. And sometime this year. Probably back end, maybe earlier or later, as they say in the trailer.
Yeah.
Looks good, though.
It does. I think the animation's had a little tweak.
Yeah, they've clearly taken some time to update things a little bit.
And I appreciated that they sort of ran through the whole process of like, here's all the layers of the things we have to do.
Yeah.
We can't just churn this out in a weekend kind of thing.
But just churn it out.
Just knock it out,
I want to see it.
I want to see it right now.
Yeah. That's good. It's good to know it's coming this year, probably. And if you can't wait, just read all of the comics because it's finished and it's good all the way through.
That is true, yeah.
Anyway, let's move it along, Mason.
Do you think Invincible...
Let's stay here then.
Do you think Invincible, the animated series, will get the entire plot out before...
They cancel it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Amazon. They don't cancel anything.
They seem to.
All they do? I don't know.
Thus far.
Speaking of canceling.
I guess the question is, will Amazon Prime Video have a major management shakeup at some point, at which point they'll just wipe everything?
Yeah, absolutely.